Hi everyone, it's Veronica here from Vintage Meet Modern, and happy Wednesday. I have a whole tray of beauties here, a lot of new arrivals from our latest collection, and I'm going to be showing them off, talking to you a little bit about the pieces that I love, why they're special. We're gonna chat about how much we all love vintage jewelry and the joy of jewelry and just looking and feeling our best every day. So I've got all kinds of treasures here for you. If there's something that you love, you can snag it over at vintagemeetmodern.com. Otherwise, welcome to Jewelry Party Wednesday. It is definitely the best day of the week for many of us. So I have a gorgeous tray of jewelry. We did a little mini collection last week. It was Going for the Gold collection, and it featured a lot of really fun, fabulous gold finds. I know I see some people who are popping on here. I know I have my gold girls. I know we have our jewelry girls. But I think that there's a little bit of something for everybody, but I think more than anything, we can appreciate the uniqueness of all of the pieces that we're showing here. And for those of you who are in my private Facebook group, you know I've been sharing a lot of behind the scenes of how easy it is to really wear these pieces every day. So definitely want you to go ahead and add a few of them to your jewelry box and to your look, because you will wear them over and over again and you will enjoy what you wear so much more, knowing how easy it is to change the look, make it elevated, empowering, and create really distinctive, distinguished style that is completely unique to you. Now, a little fun thing though that I want to show you tonight, for those of you who know, I used to work at Neiman Marcus and I was a personal shopper, and long before we walked around with the gun just scanning little barcodes, I found this the other day and I just thought this was so fun because it really took me back to like when I first started. I found a box from Neiman Marcus. So this is like one of the really old ones, and this box has got a date in it from 1993, and I still remember this. So when I first had my POS training, one of the things that you always learned was you had your own sales number, and that's how being a commissioned salesperson worked. And it's so fun because on here, this was from the jewelry department, and that's where I started. It has the customer's name, the salesperson's number. So I don't know if number 15204 is still working, but she worked at store number 17. Store 17 was in Oak Brook, Illinois. I worked at store 19, which was Michigan Avenue. It has the sales check number. So this is long before you had everything printed out on receipts constantly. It had the department, and then it was sold on 1/16/93. And my daughter's birthday is January 16th. 2006, but I just thought this was really fun. These are the types of things that I think trigger a lot of memories and, a lot of happy things that people think about. Even if you weren't somebody who shopped at a department like Neiman Marcus, when you watch older movies and you see fashion shows and the way that people used to show things off and everything, there's just that aura of mystique and glamour, and that's one of the things that I just love to share here at Vintage Meet Modern. The other thing is so much when you work in a personal shopping type situation like I did for many years, that's where my training came from, that's how I learned all about jewelry. That's always what I'm trying to bring more of to the online market space, because I want all of you to feel like you received the same attention that this person received in 1993 in a box. So it's just super fun. I loved this little stroll on memory lane. I don't even know how this happened this week. I was just going through a box of things and I just thought to myself, I can't believe this. This is so cool, from store 17, Oak Brook, and then it has the customer's number, and then it has the salesperson number and everything else like that. And so thank you for supporting small businesses and shopping for a small business, because that's really what it is all about. One of the best things I ever was told when I worked at Neiman's was that, you treat the store like it was your own little personal store. Even though it was this big, and that's a lot of my success, was that I treated it like it was my own store, that the products were products that I needed to learn about, and that every customer that walked through the door was my customer. So even though I was working for a large company, that's a lot of what I try to teach people, and that's a lot about how I try to interact with all of you. It's going all the way back to that training that I received then. And I think we can all agree that I wish we received more of that while we were shopping out and about now today. So let's talk about some of the jewelry that could have been in that box back then in 1993. We had some fabulous pieces this week, and we've got some great finds, and I really want to talk to you about them because you're really going to enjoy them. So I'm gonna start off right away by showing you that I can't even believe this is another one of those pieces that I cannot even believe that we still have here. So this is a vintage crown trifari, and I believe, I'm gonna try to look up because I believe that there is an ad for it too. And this piece features a lucite white bead that is in the center. And it's got a little sort of cabochon bead style, and then it's set in gold. And I really like this one because I always tell people that one of the best kinds of jewelry that you can invest in vintage jewelry is the pieces that have the white. And there's a couple different reasons. This necklace is from the 1950s era. So we're talking about going on, 50 plus years old, and there's no yellowing to the white at all. The heavy 18 karat gold plating is the same. And it's not just like the little white jewelry that you find today that has got just like a very light coating over it. If it looks this fabulous today, it's gonna continue to look this fabulous for another 50 years. White jewelry also is so wearable. It looks so fresh, so bright, so easy to wear, and especially in the summer. The white milk glass, it's like that whole thing where we talk about white after Memorial Day, white before Labor Day. This is the time to add some white to your collection. Now I have on a black t-shirt today, but if you caught a little bit of my behind the scenes, I have a pair of floral pants that have got some white and blue and periwinkle and even a corally color running through them. So this one is another really, really super easy one to wear. It's a great find. This one is from Vintage Crown Trifari, and as you can see, it lays so lovely. So it's another beautiful piece. This is a great one. This one is just one that we just recently added. So I'd love for someone to be able to add this one to their collection. It also has a very secure fold over clasp in the back, so you can feel very good about this one snapping on in place. You got that nice little click. Definitely one of the highlights of the pieces that we have this week. Now up next is another, we've had so many gorgeous necklaces. For those of you who really like that chinoiserie style, the Grand Millennial Movement, the Hollywood Regency, classic Lucky Bamboo, we have some really beautiful bamboo style pieces this week. So this one is not signed, but it has all the feelings of like a Napier or even a Crown Trifari or a Monet. It is an articulated bamboo style necklace, and it's one of those pieces that has the look of fine jewelry. And that's really the reason why I started off tonight by wearing the necklaces, is because I'm showing you I have on my own. So these are a little pair of black pearls with diamonds. They were a gift from my parents, but that's a perfect example of how you can mix your fine jewelry with your costume jewelry or your vintage designer jewelry and have it all have this very polished look all together. So this one is the bamboo link. It is the articulated style. As you can see, it lays so nicely against the neck. And in addition to laying so nicely against the neck, it also is in that 18 to 20 inch range. So for those of you who also like wearing a longer necklace, this is a really wonderful piece to wear when you like to have something longer. I just showed you the Crown Trifari. That one has a flat link snapback. This one also has a flat link snapback, but that one fits more like a choker, and then this one fills the neckline a little nicer. But there's lots of different jewelry that you can also do with this piece. So don't feel that you're limited to only wearing fine jewelry. You can also wear it with classic jewelry. You can wear it with pearls, just a lot of different things that you can do this one. And I also showed this one with wearing it with green. I also showed it earlier this week with wearing it with white. So this is another one of those super versatile pieces that you can enjoy just wearing over and over again. And I keep telling people, chinoiserie, bamboo, blue and white, Hollywood Regency, all of those things are trending, not just only in home decor, they're also trending in fashion. So these are great pieces to add to your collection, and they're completely authentic to when they were trending in the 50s and the 60s too. It's that whole idea of that we're going through a revival, but it's always better to have the real thing than it is to, invest in something new, unless it's something with the materials that are so exemplary today and it's so much more accommodating to what we need that you want to invest. Otherwise, go with the real deal, and this is exactly what we're talking about. And so much of that chinoiserie and Grand Millennial Movement is being inspired by the vintage pieces, so get the vintage. As long as we're talking about other necklaces, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take my earrings off tonight, and I'm gonna show you now up my next piece, and I'm gonna tell you, I'd love to see all of you who have a hands up there who love wearing a V-neck. So right now I started wearing my FitBit and I'm having trouble accessorizing, and I wear it on my right side. I understand that I have mine on today too. I do find that it can be at times a little bit hard to accessorize with, but there's a couple things that I would say along with that. One, don't be afraid to switch the band on it. It can be accessorized and can actually become one of your accessories by changing the look and the feel of it. But I also, you know, it's also always, you know, you've got 2 wrists, so make sure that you love that you can add other bracelets to your other wrist, even if you've got your Fitbit. But right now, if you're going through a period in your life where that is the most important accessory that you need, then you go for it. You have other places to wear jewelry, rings, necklaces, earrings, bracelets. And up next, I'm gonna show you that awesome diamond-shaped, diamond-style pendant that we have. This is in vintage Emmons. And this is a Va 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 Boom piece, but it's really tasteful too. So I really like this piece, especially if you like wearing more dramatic necklines. And obviously you can see this is the perfect piece to complement a V neckline. It fits beautifully. It is a perfect style. There's a matching pair of earrings that go with it. Let me see if I can go ahead and I can pull those out. Here we've got one, and let me see, I've got my tray that's here, that's full. It's gotta be here. Everything has to be here. I put everything right on the tray right before I went live. Oh, here it is. So there's a pair of diamond-shaped diamante earrings that also go with this one. And another thing that I really like about this particular set is it has a very sleek and sexy and sophisticated look for it. It almost feels like it's just perfectly ready to be paired with a vintage Halston jumper or a pantsuit. It is just a great piece to be able to enjoy the look and the feel of it. So yes, and Michelle says that Emmons made some amazing pieces. They're atomic brooches. I don't disagree. They made some really great pieces, and again, it's another example of a company that was so highly influenced by fashion designers of the time. They weren't copying designs, they were creating pieces that were in line with whatever was trending on the runways. So you see a lot of these beautiful pieces. The other thing is so many times the materials were coming out of the same locations. So they were getting the same Swarovski crystals, they were getting the same, high quality metal findings from Rhode Island. So many of these pieces that were made, they were American made, they were being made out on the East Coast, they were just absolutely beautiful. So this is that gorgeous Emmons necklace. Thank you, Michelle, you're helping me out tonight. And then this is the diamante clip earring that goes with it. And for those of you, again, if you are somebody who loves wearing a V neckline, this is a great piece. It's also very comfortable, very easy to wear. The chain is a bit of a snake style, and it has a little bit of some flexibility to it. So it's a really nice piece to be able to add to your collection because it's just super easy and comfortable. And then there's just so many different ways that you would be able to wear it. Of course, the fun part about being able to add any of the pieces with the diamante and the rhinestone styles is that they go with everything also. So that's another super fun way. And again, of course, we're getting that part of the evening where I'm like stressing that I'm not going to be able to get it off, but I can. So this one's a nice large size too. It's got like almost like a 2.5, 3-inch size width, and the earrings match it perfectly. And it's neat the way that if you take a closer look at the setting too, that it's on the inside with the rhinestones, so you can definitely be able to have an appreciation for the workmanship and the way that things were cast with like little layers. And then of course another fun thing is, all of these pieces had the rhinestones hand set, so they were super high quality pieces too. And if they look this good now, they've got no dark rhinestones. Just with a little bit of care and upkeep, you'll be able to wear them over and go over again too. Now I have another piece that's a really, really fabulous piece. This one is the signed. This is the Duben Bracelet. So this is a 1980s piece. If you are familiar with some of the designers like if you're familiar with some of the designers like Gerhan, and Constantino. If you shop at any of the department stores and look for any of the 90s, 2000 pieces, you see a lot of the higher end gold pieces with the detailing. This one is a really beautiful braided style bracelet. It's a hinged bangle. It's in the same kind of couture styling that you remember with pieces from like Mimi Denis. This one is a great piece in order to be able to layer up with other pieces. But what I do love about this one is that it's on the hinge. So you're not struggling to put it on or off over your wrist. And it does look really, really nice when it is, let's see, the gold, the white. Yeah, Michelle is totally helping me out tonight. This is our gold braided bangle. And then there is another bangle that we have that features the knob detailing on it, and this one features the ruby crystals. I'm not gonna slip this one on with it because this one is small. Elaine says this one is amazing, and I don't disagree. This is just a really amazing piece, and it looks awesome stacked up with this smaller bangle. And I can go ahead, I can put this one on. It fits me, I just can't take it off easily like on camera. So this one is a great piece to layer up. As you can see, you can do the variety in the thick and the thin ones. And so this one's got the braided details, and then this one has got the knobbed detail with those little ruby channel set crystals. And it's another one that you can just layer up with a ton of other pieces. You can wear it with different kinds of styles. This one looks really great when you have it layered up with a watch. I also really love being able to layer this one up with some color. So this one's got the bamboo style. So for those of you who really like a big arm candy stack, this one's a nice piece because it can kind of be like that base piece that you can mix with all of the other pieces in your collection. So I love this one, and it's also, like I said, it's very heavy, very well made. You can certainly enjoy being able to wear it over and over again. And you know, for those of you who love brushed gold, this one is another really, really gorgeous piece. So we've got that one. And then today, so I was saying, so for those of you who are my silver girls, today I had on a pair of floral pants. I'm going through, what I'm talking about is my May outfit repeater phase. So right now I am challenging myself to shop my closet, and I'm creating all kinds of different outfits. I did promise, Facebook's been very wonky this week. It has been, I don't want to say censoring my posts, but like my Mother's Day post didn't go up. My post today didn't go up, and it didn't say that it wasn't going up. It's, I'm gonna tell you this just because, you know, we're all friends here and stuff like that. A few weeks ago, I had a picture of a crown trifari bracelet, and it was a long one, and it told me that it wasn't gonna let me post it because the sale of nicotine wasn't allowed online. And I was like, what does a bracelet have to do with smoking? But I don't know if it just thought it was maybe a cigarette or something like that, but it didn't let it post it. And I just noticed that in my private Facebook group, especially, that my posts were like not showing up if I was talking about things or if I was showing things. So I promise that by the end of this week, I'm going to put up a post that talks about all the outfits that I wore this week and the jewelry that I wore with it, because I feel like it'll be just easier to go to a blog post and get the links. But today I have on a pair of floral pants, and I decided that I was going to wear silver today. So instead I wore the Napier bamboo bangle. And again, all things with bamboo, especially chinoiserie style, is really trending again in both home decor and fashion. Plus, you're getting to see a lot of the beginning of the tropical trends. So you're seeing bright greens, hot pinks, yellows. If you stopped on over at the White House Black Market page, you know, I like buying a lot of those a lot of things from them, or I look to them because I like the inspiration. I also like that you can always find a lot of solid colors there. They did an entire thing with both tropical flowers, as well as they also just did something with pineapples. So these things that you're seeing, the sleekness of the bamboo, that's exactly what it is. So we're seeing a lot of things that are both with the tropical designs and the bamboo designs. And then also, like I said, chinoiserie, Hollywood Regency, blue and white. It is trending everywhere. And we're seeing that same sort of style that was popular during that trend, even with home decor, to falling over into the fashion and the accessories world. So I had on this bangle, and then today I also had on this Dragon's Breath ring, which has a peach and like kind of a fiery color to it. You can't see it as much. Maybe if I kind of go in the different directions. But this is a Dragon's Breath ring that is set in sterling silver. And what's cool about the Dragon's Breath is it's another one of those unique iridescent qualities. So it picks up with whatever you put with it, but besides that, the unique quality of it is it definitely flashes purple. I don't know if we can see if we can catch the purple. We can definitely catch the glow. There you go, you see it there, you can see the pink and the hint of the purple. There we go. It's all, and it doesn't really even have necessarily to do with like artificial lighting or anything else like that. It has to do with the way that the opaline and that the stone is made with the glass. And that's what creates that Dragon's Breath effect that they see. So we have the small Dragon's Breath ring. It's set in the sterling silver. It went really pretty, but as you can see, for those of you who love to stack up wide bangles, these are really, really great pieces to add to your collection. And you can enjoy wearing them with both silver and gold jewelry. And like I said, this is kind of a unique week because we're sort of paring down the pieces that we had from our special collection last week. And then don't worry, we've got some fun things that are planned and are coming up too. And then another piece that I had on today, and a lot of people actually said that they really liked it, was that we also have got I saw that Megan was hearting a bunch of things, and Megan would tell you, I think that she has she has a bamboo ring from Crown Safari. So the bamboo rings from Crown Safari, that's what I mean. The bamboo designs from the 1950s, 1960s era, they're very timeless. Even though they're trending right now and they're on trend, they really are timeless. So also today, it's statement earring season. And hello, hi Jill, let us know where you're from. For those of you who don't know, Jill just hopped on here. Jill's a close friend of mine. She's even helped out at Vintage Meet Modern. She's Michael's godmother. She's a vintage jewelry wearer. She's a vintage lover. She is getting married, and she also is now a full-time RVer, and she has a wonderful page called RV Ever After. She and her fiance are traveling the country in an RV, and it's totally not what like you sail at all. If you could picture me in an RV, that's how it is. And she has some beautiful scenery. I mean, her pictures of Lake Powell in Utah are just some of the most incredible ones I've ever seen. So for those of you who are looking to maybe have a little wanderlust inspiration, go follow her. But in any case, she stopped by and she said hi tonight. And then these are the pearl cluster earrings I was having. And before I had my ADD moment, this is just such an awesome pair of earrings for so many different reasons. The first of which is they're pearl. So for those of you who are classic pearl girls, these are just a fabulous pair of earrings for you to be able to add to your collection. The second is they are an awesome pair of lightweight statement earrings. So for those of you who are still thinking, I don't know if I can wear clip earrings, these are lightweight and they're very comfortable. They can also be very easily adjusted. So it's another one that if you're thinking about adding a statement earring, especially a clip one to your look, this is a great pair to do it. And then the last part is, like I always tell people, I know that things are different right now. What I do know though is that for those of you who are going out, many people are beginning to take more advantage of dining outside. Many people are also beginning to go to restaurants again. Things are beginning to open up again. And one of the first things that I always tell people is that, you know, your earrings are your 5 seconds to fabulous. It's so easy to pop on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so easy to put on a pair of earrings and just pop them on and go and be able to check your look in the mirror and just love what you see. So earrings and statement earrings specifically are always my favorite. And if you're getting into a season where the temperatures are beginning to rise, well, I shouldn't say I should, you know, I'm not one to talk since I live in Chicago, and yesterday it was cold and rainy in the morning, and in the afternoon it was 55 and sunny and warm, and then it was cold. Today was another one of those days, but those warmer temperatures are coming, and I always tell people that as soon as you start to pull your hair back, this is the best time to start pulling out those vintage statement earrings. And the fun part about vintage statement earrings is they're very different than anything that you can find today. So the quality is there, the designs are unique. The materials are awesome, and you know, when you can find things that you can wear over and over again, like these, because they have the pearls, they can go on the side of having a more conservative look if you like a more traditional pearl. And for those of you who like a great statement earring that will just go with everything, they certainly do. So this is definitely another one of my favorites. And like I said, I mixed these today with everything that I had on, and it's another one of those ones that's kind of like the white milk glass. It's just a great piece to be able to add to your look. All right, we're kind of winding down here too. So I talked a little bit about the Dragon's Breath ring. A lot of people had been asking questions. We got quite a few DMs actually on Instagram about this specific ring, so I wanted to be able to pull it out. It is from a recent collection. This is that blue rhinestone sparkling statement ring that we have. This is a classic 1950s cocktail ring. On the inside, it's actually signed patent pending, so it's an American-made piece. And it's just a really nice domed statement ring in a blue rhinestone, and it has an emerald cut stone in the center. And it also is adjustable. So that's another really nice thing about this piece. And I like being able to tell people about that, because the adjustable rings are nice also because if you're like me and you have a tendency to have rings spin, when you have the adjustable ones, that's one of the benefits of being able to make the band a little smaller so it doesn't shake around. And this just has the most beautiful Cinderella blue color, as we've been saying. So this one's just a gorgeous color, and as you can see, the clarity is fantastic. It doesn't have any dark rhinestones. It has no wear to the plating, and it's just a really nice, big, beautiful, sparkly ring. So this one is another super fun one. And that's really what we have tonight. We've got some other fun pieces. We had so many pieces that sold when we did our little mini drop last week that I just wanted to remind people we have a lot of beautiful classic gold pieces. So if you haven't hopped on over to Vintage Meet Modern and you are a huge fan of those bold gold collections, we've got some beautiful gold, black, and enamel pieces from Monet. So many people liked that big waterfall tassel style necklace that we had. We have this beautiful Etruscan style one. This one kind of also has an Egyptian revival feel to it. It's got the jade and it has the lapis and the turquoise. Again, for those of you who are looking for more statement style pieces now, because you're going to be wearing more tank tops and more sheath dresses and those types of pieces, this one is a really fabulous and fun one. We've got some great colored pieces. Like I said, those tropical colors are really trending. I'm seeing those every place. We've got some fun thermoset pieces. But really, I do think that the stars of the show this week really are the bamboo necklace that we have. I think that this one is just a really fabulous find. I think that anyone who would add this to their collection would enjoy wearing it over and over again. We've got that really fabulous, like I said, this is heavy, this is well made, this is an example of those really fine pieces that you get from the 50s and the 60s era. This is that milk glass necklace, this is from Crown Jafari. And then, you know, it just cannot be beat. This Evans piece with the diamond style to it. For those of you who really do love and gravitate towards those V-necks, this is just the perfect piece to wear on repeat all times. So thank you. Yeah, so Diana says that bamboo necklace is really pretty. We have so many pretty pieces this week. So, I mean, we do every week. And then the bracelet with the gold with the braiding, and then also the smaller one. They're just fabulous. Just so great layered up together. So that's it. I feel like this has been a very short and sweet week. I have to thank Michelle, who's been out here from the Vintage Meet Modern Styling Society, and also please, I hope she puts a link up here right now. She looks so fantastic, and so does Deb. I don't always like saying everybody's last name so that they don't feel like I'm calling them out. But they have such lovely pieces that they're wearing in Vintage Meet Modern this week that are featuring in your Around Kansas videos. And I loved that little collage that you put up of all of your different little screenshots of you wearing it together. You look so fantastic in all of them. And as always, all of your segments are just super fun. I really hope that a lot of people go over to YouTube and watch them, because they are super fun and they're really great little snippets of things. My son Michael, who you know, who bops around in the background, he's 8. he loves watching those types of things, and so wonderful to be able to have those. And then also Michelle's been sharing all these wonderful pictures of all of her years of historical reenactment. It's so neat seeing the way that people just connect to things from the past. It's like I say, like old souls, like everyone connects to things in different ways. And one of the ways that you can easily be able to have those types of things is by adding a little bit of vintage jewelry to your look every day. If I can do it while I'm running around with 3 kids and working and raising a family and helping with my parents and enjoying all my time with you, you can do it too. So there's just so many awesome finds that we have. And I've had such a great week getting to be with so many of you. You know, it's just so fun to be able to connect here every week, and even if we have a smaller collection like this, to be able to show off all of our fun finds at Vintage Meet Modern, because the collection's always changing too. That's like another fun part about it is that whenever pieces go in, I always say that, you know, the perfect piece goes to the perfect person, but there's always fabulous vintage jewelry that is waiting around the corner. And then also, you know, when you have that, you know, style rut that you're going through and everything like that, you know, it's always great to take a second look at a piece that maybe you had your eye on and then just realize that that piece might be the perfect piece for you now at this time. I say that all the time. That's the reason why I always say that if you love it, grab it, because it's meant to be for you. So that's it. So that's our show. The bamboo necklace, like I said, I think that this one is really hot. We've had a lot of people. I'm surprised it's still here. We had like 3 people who were like, I'm gonna get it yesterday. But that just means it's meant for one of you. So everyone have a great night. It was so good to see all of you here. And I'll see you back again real soon. Be sure that you stay tuned. Head on over to the Vintage Meet Modern website and take a look at the pieces that we have. And then of course, be sure to stay on our VIP list, because you never know. We are always adding new pieces, and we're always adding them soon. All right, everyone, have a good night, and I will talk to everybody again later. Bye.